Hi all, welcome to another Play Chess Banter Blitz. Okay, let's go on the 3 minutes. So a 2100 to start with. Let's play e4. I'm a bit wary about playing e4. Well, it's a bit sharp as that e4. Okay. It's a very hot day here in the UK. My glasses are misting up as we speak. Okay, I'll put that maybe back there. Try and reroute this knight, maybe to c4. Okay, c4 should be okay for a moment. Or is it? There's going to be a bit of structural damage. Oh, there's going to be a bit of structural damage. Got to get my rook out of the firing line. Try and discourage this knight from doing too much damage. Can I get into the king side a bit? Where it's too late. Protect c2. g5. Oh, this is a bit dangerous, isn't it? It's undermining. And he's very, very quick as well. Oh, could I have done bishop takes d4? Why didn't I think about bishop d4 there? Oh, maybe it's not that hot. Bishop takes d4. Let's try and demystify my glasses at least. Okay, so ef here. Okay, I'm beginning light squares of it. Okay, knight h5. Is that any use? Knight h5. Hi, on stream. So knight h5 I'm hoping is of some value. I can take out that bishop. And bishop d4. Rook d2, e5 though. Not quite yet. I think I should probably take this off though. Because he's got this diagonal, that's what I'm worried about. I can also play bishop b2 anytime soon. Let's take this diagonal anyway. There's bishop b2. Oh, it's not that easy though, is it? Okay, if I take her. And no. Queen here. Is that something like knight f6? Right, my light squares are a bit vulnerable. Oh, hang on. This knight is a liability. Maybe queen f3 here. And queen g4. It's a bit scary. Yeah, this knight seems a bit stranded. What about knight f6? Then to e4. Hang on, that might be good, this plan. Knight e4. Might be. Just try and stop these pawns. And then queen h3. I'm hoping queen h3 after. Let's see. Knight e4 and queen h3 is a plan. Okay, sacrificing. Does it sound? It's a little bit scary. Yeah, if he gets this pawn, he's on that pawn. It's a bit scary. Can I counter sack before it's too late? Try and counter sack with queen g4. Okay, so I'm threatening queen g8 and queen c8. Bishop g1, rook g1. I'm threatening queen g8 there. He's got rook a8. He's a bit short on time though. What if I played queen c8 first? So this is running with check. So bishop takes. Alright, okay. don't know. I don't know. Okay, he's only got 20 seconds, but I'm a bit confused what's going on here. To say the least. Okay, that's a good thing, isn't it? To take a rook. Bit of good news there. Alright. Okay. Ooh, tough game. Tough game. Am I going to get a rematch against him? Probably. That was a bit chaotic. Oh, I didn't mean h4. Okay, that was a mouse click issue. Alright, it's crab mode, guys. I'm going to play the crab. The dreaded crab. Yeah? It's time to bring out the crab. This is a very, very aggressive opening. Top secret opening I sometimes use in Blitz. The dreaded crab. Okay, its formation is very symmetrical and powerful. Oh god. Oh god. Can I need to? Yeah. Okay. So knight g2. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Maybe it's not totally losing immediately. So far, it looks like kings could transpose into something respectable. If one has a lot of imagination for this position, that is, if one has imagination, because the thing is, f4 knight g4 is on e3. It does seem fairly unpleasant. Yeah, a little bit unpleasant here. Ah, he's giving me a break there because there's no knight g4 now. There's f5, in fact. More King's Indian style attack now coming up. King's Indian style attack. Oh, what's all this queenside attack business? Very positional. Okay, I'll let my queenside go, I think. So knight f3, g5 is coming up. And yeah, I think I'm happier with the position, generally speaking. This is a standard King's Indian pawn sack now, for a bit of light square play in reverse. I'll support the h5 pawn. So knight f5, queen g4. It looks pretty standard reverse King's Indian style. So both knights quite aggressive. Queen g4. Yes. Yeah, very dangerous. This can win a bishop now. Let's win this bishop. Let's play queen g6 soon, and then the other knight's f5. That should be pretty good. Queen g6. Knight f5, and the check would be mate, wouldn't it? Knight h6 would be check and mate. Alright, cool. Okay, now let's try not to mouse click with h4 especially. I'm waiting for the board. How can I safely click on the board? The outskirts of the board. Okay, shouldn't click the board. Safety point. Okay, are we going to get a game? I'll click free again. Fonzie. I'll try the English opening. So, got a nice pawn center here. D5 allowed. D5, what is this? This is a nice position, isn't it? Knight C7 is present. Oh yeah, the Leela Chess Zero, inspirational. I was actually excited by the game. I don't usually get that excited by games. That's a terrible thing to say. A lot of the games are not usually that exciting. I just thought it's really like crude attack. Thanks, Fonzie. like really crude attacking chess. It did actually remind me of this, there's a very super aggressive player, there's Metodov, who's even more aggressive than Tal, and he did stuff like G5 in reverse, you know, F5, G5, all that in reverse. So it's kind of vindicated that attacking style. I know in some situations you can get away with it because you know, if your king's not totally exposed, then it's, I guess it's what you can get away with, isn't it, on your own king safety versus the opponent's king safety. So anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna abort this because I don't know. He's not moving. I bought this. Maybe I don't want to play. Okay, so let's get the games going. Let's get the games flowing. Alright, let's get the dot squares here. Clamp down on D4. Last week, in case you're wondering, I was absolutely exhausted, and I noticed when that happens, it's like a game seems to last an eternity. Everything's a real struggle. I just had to postpone it. It was supposed to be last Wednesday, and it ended up being last Thursday, and I just wasn't in any state really. I think chess does require a certain amount of mental energy to play, even though I'm kind of more intuitive. Oh, Queen E7, Knight B6. I'm kind of more intuitive generally in Blitz, but yeah, you know, sorry about last week. So okay, if I take here, what about F4 now? Okay, I'm running into D5, I know. Now what if okay, there's a crunch decision here. Crunch decision. If I drop this back to avoid the fork. Okay. Okay, we've got another kind of King's Indian style attack. So maybe Knight H4, Knight G6. Oh, I have to support D6. Oh, this is another. Oh, I don't like the look of this particularly. Yeah, it looks as though this is very uncomfortable here. What's happening? Oh, Knight B6 is on the cards. Yeah, he had Knight. Oh, he made way for Knight B6. Why don't I take that knight out of interest? That knight's been hanging there, hasn't it? I was just a bit worried about the knights. One of them was actually just there to be taken. Alright, so that solves some problems, doesn't it? Taking that knight. Okay, good one. Good one. Good news. Good news. Bears. Okay. So B5. Now this knight's stranded as well potentially with Rook B8. Isn't it? Oh, there's Rook C6 to save the day. Alright, if I go Bishop, oh, he didn't. Okay, I thought it'd be like Rook C6. I don't want to lose too many pawns. This Rook F7 can happen. Let's try and. This pawn here needs to be stopped, doesn't it? Stopped. Try and keep the pawns not in a connected state. These two, just keep them isolated, I think. Oh, so now let's just try and chase this rook away. Try and chase this rook away. Alright, there's Bishop A4 here. Not Rook A6 because Rook C7 check. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Can I get away with that one? Ah! Hang on, I've got B4 control. Ah. Yes, I think this is over now. I'm not too concerned. I'm not too worried now. Okay. Let's play this check now. takes next. Alright, excellent. Okay, so evolution of style. Yeah, I got a bit stuck on that. I need to resume that from the Botvinnik Bronstein match. I was thinking of doing a wrap-up video for their last game, which is a draw, just to have some comments generally about how they might have impacted some future generations, well, especially Bronstein. I don't know if any of you have got Sorcerer's Apprentice. It's a very good book by Bronstein, but he was into like creating like art and interesting chess. And maybe I need to wrap up that evolution of style match where I'm at to carry it on. Just a bit wary about presenting games that are too boring. But I think as long as there's some impact for the discussion of the evolution of style, I think maybe it's worth it. So Greco, yeah, he was good. Yeah, I mean they shaped the game, didn't they, in various different ways. So okay, yeah, all shaping the game. Usually I'll try and pick the shapers of the game. Now this is a bit scary. Whoa, shall I try A3, I wonder? I don't want the use of B4 from my opponent. So let's see, if I castle and then bishop B2, this is a bit, I think it may be okay soon with D4. I'm hoping D4 will be okay here. It looks fairly sensible, I think. Right. Yep. D5 now threatened. I'm playing top board, it says over here. Really? Okay. So E4. I don't know if that's addressed to me, in fact. There's a chat with... Hey, you are playing top... Weird. Okay, maybe it's not that busy at the moment. Okay, so... I don't know if my friend got this right, but... no, maybe I shouldn't mention the football. I was going to mention the football, but I don't think I will. No, scrap that. I'm not sure, I can't believe the news that I heard. Maybe it's I've been wound up. I don't understand. The news I've heard it can't be right. Can it? Okay, let's not go into that. So anyway, okay, all right, let's not go into that. All right, so knight G3, knight E4. So H4, okay, F3 is going to drop. Let's hold F3 for a moment. Your estimation of Fabi's chance against Magnus changed after his performance. Yeah, it's very dangerous player, very dangerous. Like, this is dangerous for me, this position. This is dangerous, isn't it? Oh, crikey. Can I play this with an idea of H4 if G6? So my idea is H4 now. I'm hoping this is a reasonable idea in the circumstance. Oh, there is a check he's given me. Hang on, my queen. I'm going to be careful about my queen. Yes. Can I, like, I wonder G5, you know? If he took Rook H1, Queen G5, like, he ends up protecting H7. So maybe scrap that idea and just play normally. Should I just scrap that idea? I think I'll just play normally with maybe like this. And then he's coming into E3. I've also got H3. Let's stop both, ideally. So knight E3 no longer winning in exchange. Let's make sure I can move the A rook without losing the A pawn. I want to play Rook E1. Rook A E1 probably. So we've got this pin on potentially. F4 could be useful. Aha. If I try and undermine e5 now with f4, how does this work? Okay, this looks as though I've got a good position. In fact, I like how my pieces are magically coordinated. Sometimes that shocks me myself. I have to replay the game. Does my pieces really coordinate this well? As if by magic? This is quite amazing how that happens. Everything seems to be coordinating quite well. Okay, so h5 now. I like the rooks, I like the bishop and the knight. Aha. 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 Alright, so if I go aha. Okay, let's try this. Let's smash through with rook e7. And what about f7? If I played f7, so there's a threat of rook g8, double check and mate. Alright, okay, got that one. It was a bit scary at parts of that game, wasn't it? A bit scary. Okay. Now I want to go and watch Holby City in 20 minutes. Be warned, I might be abruptly leaving to watch Holby City in 20 minutes. So it might be shorter than 45, slightly to this week. But they've rearranged Holby City because of the football stuff. So my favourite programme is usually on Tuesday. One of my favourite programmes. Okay, let's see. I don't know if any of you follow Holby City. Okay, can we try and get a 3-minute game?
Draw.
Oh, okay, we'll just abort it then if he wants to draw already. Just abort it. Don't have to play. Don't have to play. Okay. So is that Crown Prince translation? Yeah, let's have to try and my best game out. Put my best game out here if possible. A dragon or something I'm getting. Is knight c4 an idea? Or bishop, maybe bishop c4. I think a knight coming to c4 is more dangerous. Aha. Alright. I think this is an interesting position in some respect. Trying to dislodge my opponent's central control a bit. Right. Now that there's no fear of knight d5, especially. Queen b6 seems to sit okay as an idea. Probably nothing concrete about bishop d3, is there? So let's just drop back for a moment, because I don't want it to heal his backward pawn target on my semi-open c file. If I took on d3 cd, and I'm kind of fixing, getting rid of a target on my natural asset, the semi-open c file. So okay, this might look peculiar, but maybe there's method in the madness. Let's drop back to put pressure on e4 now. In fact, right, let's discover attack. If I go queen a5, just out of the way of this nasty business with attacking my queen. So I'm on e4 now for sure, right? Can I stop the use of b5 for a moment, because I want to double rooks without knight b5. I suppose he'll play for bishop d2, a3, or a3 coming up. Is there rook c3 or knight d3? Nope. Okay, queen a3 I suppose is pointless. What about an immediate d5 then? Try and break down his sense, because a3 is happening. a3, my queen's going to be almost trapped. I wonder if I've got d5 to play with. a3, ed, ab, queen d5. This might be the way to go. Queen d5, knight f4, queen d8. Let's see, a3's upcoming. Okay, I've got the d5 square. Now b6. Knight f5. Queen d5 might be safer than b6. Knight f5. Let's go here, away from knight f5. I think I'm bashing his centre a bit, going to his king to g2 potentially. So knight f4, queen d8. If I just drop back to, no, I can just take on d4. No, I can't just take on d4. Okay, this is okay, surely. I'm threatening queen g2 mate. Okay, queen h4 now, queen h4. Bishop g5. Bishop g5, I think there's queen d4, and then knight f3, and then bishop d4, and then bishop a1. Queen d4, knight f3. It's not falling for that. How do I nudge his position a bit? A little bit. I don't know about this move at all. It's counterintuitive to lose my venture to the bishop. I didn't see what else to do. Maybe I can put my queen on g7 for a moment. e6? Is e6 a move? Is e6 a move? Okay, e5 is under fire. f6 is looking terrible. Is there a move of the knight? Okay, knight, yeah. Without dropping everything. Try and hold position a bit without dropping things. Knight f6 is happening. Stop knight f6. Alright, it's getting uncomfortable. I won on time there. Okay, this is a tough guy. He's avoiding my traps. It's not very nice. We're playing again. So a bottling system, semi-respectable opening, I think. Well, very well. Some people play it all the time. f5 coming up. Right, so g4, knight g3, and then g5, and then f6 squishing. That's the plan. Squish plan. I can take on c5 here to try and accelerate the squish plan. Keep his bishop hemmed in. So g5, f6 is the squish plan. I know giving up the dark square bishop might be a little controversial, but you know, Sometimes in life you've got to take some risks, occasionally controlled risks. Okay. Oh, there's knight h5. No, there's no knight h5. I've got queen h5. I can do the squish plan, right? So I want to play like squish f6. Squish plan in progress. Okay. Is relying on a pinned knight. Aha, that's very naughty. Is relying on a pinned knight. I'll cool his bluff for a moment on this. Cooling his bluff on this poker. So bishop h3 or king h3 unpins immediately. In fact, with tempo, that's an unusual move to play. King h3. It solves some problems for me. It unpins immediately. I'm starting to feel unpinning is as tactical as pinning sometimes. If you can find useful unpins and gain satisfaction from unpinning pieces, I think it's handy. This bishop's still hemmed in. I don't want to take on, liberate that bishop if I took. I want to help my opponent by sorting out the b7 bishop. Right. Aha. Give me the e4 square. I need the e4 square. I'll sack the exchange. Okay, okay. I think we're cooking with gas. Okay, I did a little cheapo. Knight f6 cheapo, I think. Will he spot it? I was pinned that way. Okay, it's some way to do that cheapo for a bit. Knight h5, knight f6, because that pinned bishop. So with only a minute, I wonder if he'll spot that little tactic. If I get to play it around about let's get rid of this pawn. Round about here, knight h5 soon for knight f6. Is he already thinking about it now? I wonder. He's delaying taking on c4. Is he smelling a rat? There is knight f6 for bishop queen c4. Alright, let's go slow then. Knight d6. There is potentially knight f6. Not quite here. What about bishop f1? Okay. I can feel the pressure of these pins. He likes pinning me. I can take this guy winning a rook. Okay, that's... Oh, the knight's protected anyway by the bishop. So a nice central move there, without losing h5 even. Okay, thanks. Let's play English Opening again. None of this b3 rubbish that I've been playing recently. Actually, b3, I've enjoyed my time with b3 recently. Some of the games are brilliant, some of the attacking positions. But a lot of the time recently, on the longer time controls, it's just been disastrous. You get hemmed in bishop and stuff. I think statistically, the English Opening, even though I've only read one or two books on the English Opening, seems to get better positions on average. Okay, so let's see, knight e2 to f4. If I go knight f4, then isn't that bishop h3 on the way? Bishop h3 on the way, and then that e6 is a target, Okay, can I? Okay, let's see. Think. Alright, don't know. I'm not sure. Alright, maybe this. I don't know. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm concerned because his pieces are not that bad, even though his piece down. Pieces aren't that bad. If I double the rooks, Queen G2 here maybe, to avoid Knight C4 tempo. Maybe, so Knight F4 coming up, or doubling the rooks here. There's always, okay, more issues. Bishop C5. Okay, one day Rook F2 might be good. One day. Let's not go into another pin. This knight's loose. If he moves this knight, he's on my knight on H5. Loose piece alert. I mean, I've got to move it. If I move it, there's actually knight E6 winning in exchange. I hope. Okay, he can take her. He still is forked. So bishop d5. Is there like queen f2 coming up? Right, I'll take here. And I don't know, this. Queen d2, queen f4 after. What about queen f? Okay, this one threatens queen f6, mating. Because that bishop's cutting across there. Alright, I think time for one more, then I'm off to watch Holy City. I think. Oh, maybe I should have cut my. I should have gone instead of play this game. Oh well. Okay, this is going to be painful, isn't it? Yeah, probably. Okay. I'm a masochist. I always like having the last game against a really tough opponent. You get massacred sometimes. Okay. Let's see. E4. Hope for the best. Right, 2, 3, 5, 6. Wow. That's hard on this server, I think. Right, so D3, bishop E3. He's moving a bit slow. If I try and keep the speed up, he's moving a little slow. I don't have to castle kingside. I could try and castle queenside. I wonder if castling queenside. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Maybe, I don't know about d4. We can take the knight e5 after. Yeah, what about h4 plan? I'm playing h4 plan here. Will he try and just win material? He's not really going to take on h4, is he? No. I think my position's okay at the moment. I wonder if I should consider d4 to try and blunt his bishop rather than give him a load of piece activity. If I just try and contain his play a little bit instead of trying to win material. Oh. Why is this starting to look very scary? He's got queen d4 now. Can I get rid of this? Oh no. It's looking very scary. Right, it's only got a minute though, but it's scary. Oh, there's knight f3. Queen d3 for knight f thingy. I'm losing pawns around the shop. I'm hoping his king is an issue. Oh, such a smooth game, wasn't it? I don't know. It's such a smooth game, isn't it? I got to go and watch Hobby City. Okay, thanks for coming. All right, I'm off now. All right, have a good week, rest of the week, and okay, see you around. Cheers then. Thanks so much.